And Tampa Bay has its third takeaway to set up Brady inside the 30. And look for Gronk, and instead throw an interception to Dante Jackson. What a wild sequence, and Jackson gets away from Ronald Jones and gets loose. Out of bounds inside of Tampa Bay territory.
Right, it starts up front.
They get on the field. It's an interception recovered by the defense. First down.
They get pressure on Tom Brady. It creates the errant throw over the top of Gronkowski's head. Right here, the pressure speeds up the mechanics. And Dante Jackson gets that. There it is right here. Got to get rid of the ball quickly.
Had a lot of wordage, a lot of verbiage, and so I think he struggles a little bit as he continues to learn this offense.
Herbert hit from behind, the ball up in the air, and it's incomplete. Oh no, it's ruled a fumble. Burns hit him from behind, and there is no indication of an incomplete pass.
Is your availability, the importance of lining up under center each week for your team.
Herbert throwing, intercepted at the 25-yard line. This is Dante Jackson, and Jackson up the side to the 20, to the 10, and knocked down at about the 7-yard line. Carolina has another chance.
Well, he's got to be able to look out in front of the throw, and he just never sees out in front of the throw. You look at the vision, but you've got to be able to see the corner that's sitting out in front of it. So they're not playing man-to-man coverage. They're playing zone. You see the technique from the corner sitting there. That's Dante Jackson. He's got his eyes on the quarterback the entire way.
Hands on hand, trying to make some noise here in Charlotte. Murray, backside pressure comes, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. That pressure from Yetur Gross-Matos.
Man-to-man. On 3rd and 4, Ryan to throw for the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Bears take over at the Carolina 22-yard line. Leading by 7. Foles under pressure. Now he throws, and it is picked off.
Four-man rush for the Panthers. They're going to get to Brees. The sack of Drew Brees. The ball is out at the 35-yard line, covered up by Carolina.
Boy, speed kills.
Always had really good skill players and guys who could get down the field and make plays on the ball.
Play action from Ryan, who floats it, and did he get both feet down? He is intercepted by Dante Jackson.
Cook shifting to the left side of Cousins. Cousins hit on 3rd down, lost the football. Panthers have it and will score. It's taken into the end zone by Jeremy Chin for his first NFL touchdown.
Balanced here as we approach 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Locke is sacked. Ball comes out late, scooped up by Obata. F.A. Obata off to the races. Judy trying to catch him, and he does inside the 5.
17 surgeries enduring. The injury isn't attached to it, but it is something he has to keep in mind.
Haskins knocked down on the release. Ball was scooped up along that far sideline, but the play was whistled.
Getting the feet down in bounds.
Haskins now 4 of 8. Sells the fake. Has some time, and it's intercepted at the 45-yard line by Whitehead. 37 passing yards in the first half for Haskins. Down to 5 seconds left. Haskins kicked off for the second time. The toss downfield, intercepted by Trey Boston.
The most since 2012, when 5 rookie quarterbacks started week 1. Wilson over the middle, and it's intercepted. Shaq Thompson on the pick. Thompson into Jets territory, and out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line.
Not impact your quarterback and just try and do everything he can to slow that rusher down.
Blitz is coming. Winston avoids it one way, throws, and this is going to be intercepted. It's a takeaway. Justin Burris has it for Carolina. And I know there are fans. Well thrown ball from Winston to Jawan Johnson. You were wondering earlier in this game where he's been, and that was a nice pickup of 20-plus yards. Winston has time, holding on to the ball, throws, and that's another interception. It's J.C. Horn with a pick.
Second 3 and out of the game for Carolina's offense. Flag is down, ball is out, and recovered by Andre Roberts. Mills gets hit and dumped by Reddick.
More rushing yards among quarterbacks.
This is through his hands. Into the end zone. It's loose. It's loose. It's loose and out of the back of the end zone. A safety, but a missed opportunity for a touchdown on defense for Carolina.
I'm not sure if he thought he could pick it up, but once the ball got in the end zone.
So productive early on this season, nothing doing today. He's given time to take a shot down the sideline. It is Jackson. Is he in bounds? He is intercepted by Dante Jackson. Back-to-back plays with turnovers forced.
Mike Zimmer says he solidified that secondary, and you can see why.
Westbrook from the 26. There is a flag. And now the ball comes loose. Recovered by the Vikings.
They dodged a bullet. Taylor could have had an interception there.
Oh, the punt gets blocked. And it will be taken into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenny Robinson.
2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line. Ryan in the pocket, intercepted. Shaq Thompson with the pick, and Thompson out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They need 2 scores, down 9 with 1:58 to go. Ryan, backside pressure comes, hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. Stephon Gilmore, in his first game as a Panther, has a pick that should salt it away for Carolina to snap their 4-game skid.
Jones under pressure and gets hit. The ball is loose at the 40. And picking it up, let's see who's got it. It's Carolina. Frankie Louvu. On 2nd and 7, Jones. Intercepted in the middle of the field. That is Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore inside the 35 to the 33-yard line.
Third down and 5. McCoy starts the game 2 for 2. Wrapped up, loses the football. Recovered by the Panthers. Morgan Fox returning it to the 14-yard line.
180.
From the Panthers 31 off the fake to Connor. McCoy throws back across the field, and it is picked off. The second turnover of this first quarter. Dante Jackson with his second interception of the season. 4th reception by Knox. New set of downs for the Bills. Allen loads of time on first down. Fires, and it's picked off by Jeremy Chin.
What a play. What a heads-up play.
Looks like they're going to bring pressure again on 2nd and 10.
They have 8 on the line of scrimmage. They backed out 1.
Picked. Ball picked. J.C. Horn tips it. And it's Derek Brown with the big man interception.
Get deep.
Takes a shot down the right side. It's crowded and it's picked. J.C. Horn, his first and only career interception prior to today against Jameis Winston.
Cardinals must get to the 37 for a first down. Murray throws, picked off by Louvu. Frankie Louvu down the sideline. He's in for a Panthers touchdown.
By Phil Snow. Louvu's right here in the middle of your screen. Kyler Murray thinks it's man coverage because J.C. Horn went over there with Hollywood Brown. Instead, they all drop back in zone, and Frankie Louvu makes a tremendous play.
Hit some easy ones. We just haven't seen much of a flow once again from this Carolina offense. This is a 43-yard attempt for Robbie Gould. It's blocked. Special teams comes through for the Panthers. The ball rolling around, and Carolina will have it.
Stafford to the air, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson, his first of the year, and a pick six for 26.
It's just
interception.
A stick route and a quick little sit route, like a hitch out there. And Stafford's throwing to Cup. I'm shocked he cut that ball loose. Jackson happened to be Johnny on the spot. He was covering the outside receiver, Skoranek. And the ball just landed in his lap.
Starting once again for the injured Cordarrelle Patterson. Mariota firing downfield on second down, and it is picked off. Dante Jackson with the interception for Carolina. On second down, play action. Mariota going deep, and this pass is picked off. He was looking for Bird. C.J. Henderson with the interception. The return inside the 25-yard line of the Falcons. So now the Panthers will have an opportunity to win this game in overtime.
With the hit on Mariota, that's why you saw this dead duck that was thrown out there. Matt Ioannidis does a great job not allowing Marcus Mariota to step into that throw, and because he couldn't step into that throw, C.J. Henderson all over it. Demir Bird tried to stop him from getting the interception, couldn't do it, and sets up the Panthers offense for great field position and a possible chance to win this game.
For 36 yards. Atlanta's gained only 51 yards in the half. Pressured again. Look out. Flag thrown. Launches one deep downfield, and that's picked off at the 37-yard line. J.C. Horn, and he steps out of bounds near midfield.
Then it's just a foot race with the linebacker at the second level to try and catch Lamar Jackson. Advantage number 8 on offense.
And it's intercepted. Bravion Roy, the big man, with the pick to end the Ravens' threat.
But then he makes a move like that and can pick up a lot of extra yards.
Marlon Mack checks in the backfield, and the ball tipped, deflected, and knocked away.
He's been amazing so far this season in his replacement bid for Russell Wilson.
Here he is on the move to the left, looking, and he throws a pick. And it's J.C. Horn with his third of the season. Boy, all the talk about Geno Smith, and J.C. Horn ends up getting tripped up inside the 20-yard line. What a swing from Carolina out of the gate.
I can do better because watch him come off of coverage. He's underneath right here, jumps it. Now he sees, hey, the over route behind me. Let me go steal that thing from Geno Smith. Geno Smith never saw him, comes off his coverage, gets underneath that throw, and it's going the other way.
Great read by an elite cornerback, the number 8 pick last year, who missed all that time with the broken right foot. He has had some key picks already this season. Oh, the cadence. Geno Smith under pressure. It's picked off. It's C.J. Henderson. Much maligned cornerback comes up with the pick. Frankie Louvu again was right in Geno Smith's grill, forcing an errant throw.
To force them to a field goal is a win.
Yeah, 26-yarder. It is blocked. How about that? A 15-play drive, and Derek Brown gets his hands on it.
He's 2 for his last 2 from 50-plus. Lutz is. With $1:24 to go in the season for the lead for Lutz. That came out wildly, and it's no good.
You got to create some opportunities for these playmakers to run after the catch.
Late pressure, it's picked up, and Carr lofting downfield. Dangerous throw is intercepted. Von Bell
The veteran safety. They picked up from the Bengals this year, and it's a takeaway. Desperately needed by this Panther team tonight.
4:25 and counting left in the first half. From the gun, Smith gets rid of it quickly, and it's intercepted. Picked off on the play by Deion Jones, the veteran.
Hawkinson to the wide side of the field. Cousins throws, picked off, and it could be trouble up the far sideline. Sam Franklin from the 1-yard line. Cousins trying to track him down. He'll cut it back, get a block, and he'll go 99 yards for the score.
This is just an ill-advised decision. You're going to see KJ Osborne run to the outside. Sam Franklin, number 42, is right there the entire way, reading the eyes of Kirk Cousins. One of the many mistakes that unfortunately Minnesota has had this year that's led them to this 0-3 record.
From the 21, Cousins, and as he throws, up for grabs, intercepted. Kamu Grugier-Hill up near midfield, and the second turnover for the Vikings this afternoon.
In that Denver game, when they came in late in that game.
White here, chosen is in, that's picked off, and this may be a Troy Hill pick six, and it is. Hill takes it to the house, 61-yard return, a pick six thrown by Mike White.
Slants and takes the flat. You see his eyes look to the inside, saw the inside coverage there, gets to the flat late and leaves it inside, making it an easy pick six.
Now it's 35-20.
We know about his athleticism. Watch him coming off the edge.
Stroud has to escape, and Stroud is taken down. The Panther D gets home, and you just talked about Brian Burns.
If you like this one, Chuck Foreman, Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, well, people are going to have to Google that one, James. That's a good one. Mayfield, he's got Evans open. It's up for grabs, and it is intercepted. Xavier Woods.
Derek Brown does that as well, and he's obviously taught that to some of the other guys up and down the line of scrimmage.
Here comes Ritter. He was just able to get away from the pressure, but he throws a pick. Taken away by Xavier Woods. And the turnover bug comes to bite Desmond Ritter and the Falcons at the worst possible time.
His dad, Joe, the former terrific receiver with the Saints. Second down at 15. Pass over the top. Oh, fumble! Palmer lost it. Bucks recover. It's the center, Robert Hainsey.
He's now a two-way player. Off the play fake, Herbert to throw. Herbert looking to the near sideline. Herbert's under pressure. He breaks away from Clowney, throws on the run, intercepted! J.C. Horn at the 40-yard line. Herbert has time in the pocket, now steps up. He's being brought down. He lost the football. Josie Jewell falls on top of it.
So they call it a fumble.
Come up and make the tackle in bounds and make him drive the length of the field.
Minshew is picked off. Mike Jackson. Minshew threw it right at him.
Burrow. Pocket collapsing. Burrow's in trouble. Able to get away. Throwing on the run, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with the pick. Woods across the 30. Breaks the tackle of Higgins. Makes another man miss at the 40, and down he goes. The first pick of the season thrown by Joe Burrow. Clowney with the heat. Burrow with the errant throw.
The Broncos add on. Third down. Nick slant. Sutton hits, reaches, and the ball pops out. Carolina hops on it. Side tunnel. Panthers football.
2-yard loss on the run. Play fake. Ball in the air. Picked off. Carolina getting the interception. Xavier Woods coming down with it. Jones with the pressure, and he runs out of time. That was A'Shawn Robinson, former New York Giant. Jones flips it out quickly, and it is intercepted by Josie Jewell.
First down at the 40. Twice as many plays for Kansas City compared to Carolina, and twice the time of possession. Patrick Mahomes is sacked out near midfield. DJ Wanham.
Maybe go screen or something here.
Shotgun rush coming. Mahomes has to eat it. The blitz was on. J.C. Horn.
But they're hurrying with one timeout. Mayfield looking around and will float one. That's taken away. Coming in for the pick. Carolina with a takeaway. No third down conversions so far. 0 for 7. Mayfield is going to throw, and it's intercepted. Another takeaway. Xavier Woods.
In the flat, and I think he read man coverage on there. Didn't expect Xavier Woods to be sitting out there. Had Michael Jackson in trail on his intended receiver, and just assuming he didn't think anybody would be sitting out over there in the flat. And Baker Mayfield's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, he knew. Can you get close to go for it on fourth? It's only a 4-man rush. He's got room to run if he wants to. He hesitates, and it's intercepted. It's a Carolina takeaway. Thrown down the sideline and picked off.
Picked up a first down initially.
They're going empty here. Penix gets rid of it quickly, and it's popped up in the air and intercepted by Jackson. Jackson brought down just short of the 20-yard line. That one not on Penix.
This game plan makes sense to this point.
He's going deep, and a one-handed snag. J.C. Horn with the interception.
Never quite recovered that loss just a couple days before Christmas. On 3rd and 3, Murray again, the escape artist. Boy, they get a hand on him, and was that picked? Yes, it was. As the Panthers with their first takeaway.
Penix with time is intercepted.
That's completely on Penix. 100%.
Shaw Smith-Wade takes it in.
Wade just timed it perfectly, but that's completely on the quarterback. That is, you do not make that throw. He threw it sidearm. He wanted to get rid of it. And Smith-Wade just read it perfectly.
First defensive touchdown for the Panthers this season. Falcons need it. Penix looks, passes, intercepted. Mike Jackson, who might take this to distance. Penix gets a piece of him. Jackson stays on his feet, reverses field, tries to spin away. But it's the second interception thrown by Michael Penix this afternoon.
Let's take a look at Penix here, what he got. They're sitting in the zone, everybody's sitting back. And the receiver falls down, so you got no shot. This is actually not a bad job there by Penix to try to make the tackle.
Taylor, time going long. He's got him for the end zone and knocked away. Is that intercepted? J.C. Horn. Yes, Horn pulls it in and stays in. Couple of field goals, floating one, and reaching up. It's intercepted by Horn again.
So Canales loses the challenge and he loses a timeout. Love off the fake, taking another deep shot into double coverage. Underthrown to Trayvon Merrick. Interception by Jordan Love, a rare one at that. And here comes Merrick into Packer territory inside the 40-yard line.
It really turned into triple coverage. He's falling back on his back foot with some late pressure, and he just can't get nearly enough. And again, it's Derek Brown. He's made his presence felt there, forcing the 2 holding calls at the end of the half. And now there, just enough pressure that Jordan Love can't get that ball out there.
Penix off the motion from Sills. He'll throw it down the middle and a juggle. That ball is loose. It's down on the ground and recovered eventually by Atlanta.
He said McCaffrey, he just simply does not want to come off the field.
They fake it to him. Purdy down the middle, and he's picked by Horn. J.C. Horn. And then he gets dumped by Juszczyk, but it's an early takeaway for this Carolina defense. And a return of 14 yards on Horn's 4th interception of the year. It's 3rd down and 6. Purdy down the middle for Pearsall, and he's picked again by Mike Jackson. Second down and 8. Play action. Purdy. Picked again. 3rd1, 2nd for Horn. And this crowd is starting to get restless.
And get a first down at the 2. Stafford. Batted in the air. It's picked off. Into the hands of the former LA Ram, Nick Scott. And there is the first interception in 10 weeks for Matthew Stafford. It was deflected by Derek Brown. 4-man rush. Stafford into a tight window to Nakua. Picked off by Mike Jackson. And Jackson gets the block to take it home. Touchdown for Jackson.
Yeah, pretty common route combination, something Rams do all the time.
There is no foul for a blindside block. It's a touchdown.
Mike Jackson just sits all over that. Unfortunately, Matt Stafford leaves it just a little bit behind Puka Nacua, and that's all it takes. Great job jumping in. Look, unfortunately, sometimes the touchdowns come in bunches, and then the interceptions come in bunches. Back.
4-man rush. Stafford gets brought down. That ball came out. Derek Brown the hit, and DJ won him the ball.
Mayfield throws, and it's intercepted. It's a takeaway for the Carolina Panthers. Lathan Ransom, the rookie. Bucks driving for the tying field goal or go-ahead score. Mayfield on a mix-up looking for Mike Evans, and Lathan Ransom goes low for the interception.
Yeah, Evans trying to use the scramble drill. He sees his quarterback in trouble. He's running the over route, and he decides to stop to come back to find some open ground, and Mayfield trying to get it.
Darnold looks that way. Darnold will throw it, take a shot, end zone, intercepted, over the shoulder for the former Seahawk, Mike Jackson.
It's 7 and 3rd. Mayfield has time. Down the middle, throws an interception. Picked off by Christian Roseboom. And Roseboom makes the plays. The Panthers looking for a spark here. And another turnover by Mayfield. More importantly, they took off almost 6 minutes of clock time on the drive and the block. So Panthers get in there and block the field goal, and the lead stays 9.
Special teams
finally blow the whistle.
Right from the time that he hit that hand, numbers not nearly as good. On the boot, turns his shoulders, under pressure and drilled. Travis Gibson leveled him for a loss of 8. Once Adams, it's picked off. Mike Jackson makes his mark again.
They did a great job on back-to-back plays, tackling in space.
Evans to punt it, coming after it and blocking it. Carolina's blocked the punt. Isaiah Simmons.